Hi, I am Ajita Kumari G, Associate Professor, Sri Balaji College of Nursing. Today, I am going to do a presentation on Plan and Conduct a Nursing Staff Development Program. To start with the topic, staff development is a process directed towards the personal and professional growth of nurses and other personnel while they are employed by a healthcare agency. To give the definition, it focuses on developing nursing skills, knowledge within a comprehensive program that includes orientation, in-service education, continuing education programs, and job-related counseling. What are the needs of staff development program? Staff development activities include training and education needed because social change and scientific advancement causes rapid change in nursing knowledge and skills. Purpose of staff development program for nurse is to provide the opportunity for nurses to acquire, implement the knowledge, skill, attitude, ideals and valued essential for maintenance of high quality nursing care. Education should be transmitted to bring cultural change. Staff education should include all planned activities recognized by a healthcare agency as directed towards meeting the job-related learning needs of the nurse. Staff development activities are defined by its concepts such as competence, interest, needs, learning and training. What do you mean by competence? It is the state of possessing qualities and abilities that are required for a normal role or a task. Interest or inclination that cause an individual to be attracted or repelled by certain objects, events, and persons with the results that the individual seeks experience that favor development. Need. An educational need is a measurable discrepancy between a person's actual job competence and designed competence level. Learning consists of desirable behavior from a prescribed experience. What do you mean by training? It may be defined as a method of ensuring that people have knowledge and skills for a specific purpose or they acquire the necessary knowledge to perform the duties of the job. It is expected to acquire new skills which will increase productivity or create a better product. Philosophy. Each and every continuing education department should have its own philosophies. Some of the philosophies are: we believe that the primary goal of healthcare agency is the acquirement of high quality healthcare. We believe that the focus of the department is the development of all employees, including the nurses employed by the healthcare agencies and the nursing community at large. We believe the educational activities should be designed and implemented to promote a high standard of state effective nursing practice and increase the job enhancement through lifelong learners. We believe that educational environment should be non-threatening and acknowledge the individuality of its learners. To understand this staff development, we need a model. In this model, the staff development model for goal achievement of the healthcare agency, the nurse and the nursing profession, you have three components. One is socio-economic, experience and education. Now we'll see about it in detail. First part is socio-economic. In this you have three things which you have to remember. The first one is manpower planning. In manpower planning, you have to discuss about how to recruit the persons, select him and place him in a proper position. In counseling, you will be talking about performance evaluation and career planning for promotion. And the third aspect is the employee and employer relation. Here, the personal policies and practices of health services and labor related problems will be discussed. The next part is experience. The experience of a nurse can be of two types. One is your nursing practice, the other one is your real life experience. In nursing practice, you get it from direct patient care and indirect patient care. In direct patient care, you will learn about how to give care to your patients, and while giving care to your patients, you will gain so much of experience, and that can be utilized for a continuing nursing education. The second one is indirect patient care. This you can get it from your research activities, or you can attend so many sessions like continuing nursing education, or you can go for a forum, all such activities. And it includes all your other real life experience also. The third part is your education. In education, you have your first thing is continuing education, and second one is post basic nursing education. Outside the agency, the nurse educational activities may continue as extramural education or as a post basic education. What are the types of staff development? Staff development can be given as formal or informal. It can be given in group or individual training. The first one is induction training. It is a brief standardized indoctrination to an agency's philosophy, purpose, policies and regulation given to each worker during her first 2 or 3 days of employment. Job orientation: in this, the person will be oriented about the agency's policies, procedures, objectives, standing orders. This is given in order to improve his knowledge and skill. In service education, it refers to an ongoing on-the-job instruction that is given to enhance the worker's performance in their present job. In service education is a pleasured educational experience provided in the job setting and closely identified with service in order to help the person to perform more effectively as a person. What are the aims? To keep in phase changing society to their needs, in order to acquire more new knowledge, to improve their performance, to have develop a right concept of client care, finally to maintain the high standard of nursing care. What are the functions of staff development program? To provide educational activities for all nurses employed by the healthcare agency directed towards change in behavior related to role expectations. The staff development program must be concerned with the growth and development of personnel from the critical contact with the healthcare agency until termination of service. Staff development can be facilitated within an agency and can be provided a linkage with per service education experience and socio-economic of the nurse. Administrative structure of staff development program. The major factors are administrative philosophy, policies and practice of healthcare agency, policies and practice and standards of nursing and other health professions, human and material resources within a healthcare agency, physical facilities, financial resources with the healthcare agencies and the community. These are some of the important factors which will determine the administrative structure of staff development program. Then, what are the roles and functions of administrator or manager in staff development program? He or she has to apply adult learning principles when helping employees in learning new status. He coaches the employees readily regarding knowledge and skill deficits. He actively seeks out teaching opportunities, uses teaching techniques that empower staff, frequently assesses the learning needs of the staffs. So these are some of the important aspects in planning and conducting a nursing staff development program. I would like to thank you for your patience to listen to this presentation. Thank you so much.